Hello fellow Shadow Hunters and welcome back to a brand new Apex Legends video. In this video we're gonna talk about Horizon. This is a Horizon guide, abilities, hitbox, tips and tricks that you will need to master this amazing legend. If you're new here, make sure to like and subscribe as we post amazing Apex Legends videos. Horizon has some of the flashiest abilities we have seen of any Apex Legends character. With her custom spacesuit and gravity-defying abilities, she has mastered the art of repositioning both her team and the enemy team to her advantage. In this video, you can learn how to use each of her abilities to win fights. Loads of people thought upon catching their first glimpse of Horizon that her abilities would be too powerful. I wouldn't say that's the case, but a lot of it comes down to whether you use her abilities correctly or incorrectly. How Tactical adds yet another repositioning tool to the Apex Legends abilities roster, but the gravity lift can also be used to disrupt enemy movements, much like placing a raid portal or an octane launchpad in a doorway. The same is true for her ultimate, though it is harder to pull off thanks to the black hole's weak pull. But where Horizon really shines is that her gravity lift gives her immense freedom of movement once you learn how to use it properly. Let's have an overview of Horizon abilities. Horizon's ability all revolve around the use of gravity to reposition both allies and enemies to her team's advantage. Let's take a look at each ability in turn and what you can do with them. Spacewalk, her passive ability, increase air control and reduce fall impacts with Horizon custom spacesuit. The gravity lift tactical ability reverses the flow of gravity, lifting players upwards and boosting them outwards when they exit. The ultimate black hole, deploy Newt to create a micro black hole that pulls player in towards it. Now tips for the Spacewalk passive ability. Thanks to the Horizon Spacewalk passive ability, she is immune to the stun effect of falling great distances. Instead of landing hard, her boots will give out a soft puff of energy to cushion her fall. Alongside this, she can move slightly more freely in the air than other legends, which works well with the gravity lift tactical ability. Here are my top Spacewalk tips for Horizon. With Spacewalk, you can feel much more free to jump down large drops in order to engage an enemy. But remember, the same isn't true of your teammates. The air control benefit of Spacewalk is rather slight, so don't think you can dramatically change your trajectory after you have been boosted by exiting a gravity lift. Now let's talk about the gravity lift tactical tips. Gravity lift is an interesting tactical ability on a short cooldown which creates a vertical cylinder that you can jump into, which lifts anyone inside it. You can move around freely in the air while inside the lift. If you move outside the cylinder, you will gain a horizontal boost in the direction you're moving. These are my top tips for gravity lift on Horizon. Gravity lift is surprisingly effective as a panic button because you're so hard to hit while strafing inside it. Perfect for healing up. A quick gravity lift thrown at your feet can also be used as an effective counter to an enemy Bangalore or Gibraltar ultimate, as you cannot be hit while in the air. You can throw a gravity lift into a doorway to obstruct an enemy's attempt to run inside, making it very useful for giving yourself enough time to recover, reload or revive a teammate. Gravity lift has a 15-second cooldown, which means you only have to wait 5 seconds after your previous gravity lift ends before you can use it again. So don't be afraid to spam this ability. Gravity lift can throw incoming projectiles such as grenades widely off course, giving it some interception functionality. Though the priority should be to use gravity lift as a defensive ability, you can also throw the projectile at an enemy in cover to lift them out into the open, disrupting their plans and making them an easy target. Now let's talk about the ultimate black hole tips. Black hole is Horizon's ultimate ability. Using it allows you to throw your bot Newt a significant distance, after which it will create a micro black hole at its resting location which sucks in nearby players. The black hole lasts 10 seconds. My top tips for black holes on Horizons are: here are my top tips for black hole on Horizon. Black Hole takes 120 seconds to charge, and after Newt lands, it takes about half a second to actually deploy the Black Hole. The pull of the Black Hole can be fairly easily overcome, particularly by characters with a mobility tool such as Wraith or Octane or Pathfinder. It's less of an immobilization tool and more of a harassment tool. The Black Hole's pull is however strong enough to upset the usual strafing of an enemy, enough that they become an easier target to hit. Black Hole is particularly well suited for pulling enemies out of cover while they're healing or reloading. That were all the tips on her abilities. Now let's talk about Horizon hitbox versus other legends. Apex Legends characters all have differently sized hitboxes, a fact which caused a bit of controversy in the early days of the Battle Royale. Nowadays, the differences in hitboxes size are addressed by 2 additional passives shared out among several legends. Fortified is for large legends Caustic and Gibraltar and gives them 15% damage reduction and immunity to slow down when hit by bullets. Low Profile is for smaller, harder to hit legends. Lifeline, Pathfinder, Wraith and Watson makes them take 5% more damage from all sources. As for Horizon, she looked to be somewhere in the middle in terms of hitbox size, an observation born out of the fact that she lacks either perks, much like Bangalore and Crypto. Her shoulder pad and the ring around her neck may bulk her outline out visually, but they're unlikely to perform part of her overall hitbox. So now how to play Horizon, the top tips and tricks. Finally, let's finish up with some more general tips and tricks on winning Apex Legends matches as Horizon. Be quick with Gravity Lift and careful with Black Hole. Your tactical is on a very short cooldown and can be used at a moment's notice whenever you think it may help you. But using Black Hole at a wrong time will completely waste the ability. So you may want to save your ultimate for the perfect moment, such as when an enemy is healing. Gain the high ground. The best thing about Horizon is that her mobility tool is usable by the whole team. And unlike Pathfinders or Wraiths such tools, Horizon's tool is a tactical rather than an ultimate, so it can be used at a moment's notice. Look for opportunities to gain the high ground on an enemy team. That's all we've got on Horizon for the time being, but be sure to check back in the channel, because if we find some new tricks and tips on Horizon, you'll be first to know. That's all there is, guys. Make sure to like and subscribe as we post amazing Apex Legends videos.